comment, and subscribe if you want to see more.
Welcome
To a brand new
Captain Marcus McCunwell and crew, ignorant privateers of the Royal Crown, also known on the high seas as Captain Anarchy. You and your crew stand accused of treason on the high seas against the American colonies. How do you plead for you and your crew, sir?
I never realized how whiny and moody fucking Nine Inch Nails was until I did I call it the Lawsuit Trilogy, a series of graphic novels where I took the lyrics of industrial band songs and made them into comics. And then when I get to the Nine Inch Nails chapter, I never realized how whiny and bitchy Trent Reznor really was until I made lyrics into a song. Like, he's a moody little bitch. Like, honestly, it's no wonder he put an album called Downward Spiral. He's a whiny little bitch. For example, the song Burn, that was in Natural Born Killers. It's an awesome song. And then when you read the lyrics,
This world rejects me.
bitch. And then also my favorite is Thrill Kill Kult. But you know what my problem with Thrill Kill Kult is? Too repetitive.
I live for drugs. It's great. It's great.
Like, they repeat themselves too much. There's no real lyrical context to this shit. Like, the first two good albums are good, but lyrically, it's like... Do you know who's basically the rap equivalent to that than every hip-hop artist now? Ice-T.
Color.
Not a body count song. Ice-T repeats himself. It's like, how can he be considered the godfather of hip-hop when his stuff sucks? It's no wonder he went into acting. It's no wonder he did a metal band.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. What do you gotta say?
He needed some instrumentals to cover up his lack of talent. Compare that to like Tupac or fucking Biggie, or hell, I'm gonna go as far as Immortal Technique.
There's a new housing plan for the ghetto eventually. Projects for a new American century. False flag terrorism controlling you mentally. The gospel in the hands of people with no empathy.
Makes more sense. Then there's 50 Cent. I know you know jack shit about hip hop. Trust me, I don't know that much about it either because the last time I checked I was white.
Oh snap.
You're a racist.
You know what ruined hip hop? When white people did it. Eminem's cool and all. ICP are funny, but when I see all these other white rappers, I just want to punch them so bad.
I don't know, I really liked the Beastie Boys,
Well, the Beastie Boys are different. They were Latin.
and I really liked the one album that Jesse James put out, 30 Footer in Your Face, and he was on Delicious Vinyl along with Tone Loc.
Oh, that.
And I remember Crazy Craig from KNAC used to work there, and I used to go and hang out with him at his work, and fucking he would give me like CDs and t-shirts and stuff of like all the bands and stuff, because that's what they did. They packed the merch, and they were able to, you know, they were able to give away some of it as promotional stuff. So I'd go by there and hang out, and I'd get a bunch of CDs and t-shirts and stickers and shit.
Fucking
And I love Jesse James, and I torment him still to this day. Dude, Jesse James! And he's like, how'd you like that record so much, dude? I'm like, yeah, it was fucking great. He's like, yeah, it was a good record. Okay, whatever, Captain. You know what I mean? And, you know, and I still bring it up every year. I'm like, but Jesse James. He's like, oh God, Captain, enough with the Jesse James. That was like so like 25 years ago. I'm like, but Jesse James, because he had a great song. The whole album was hilarious. But you know, with that bubblegum kind of rap, it was just funny, naughty, PG, borderline, R-rated, and he got and the sample that he had in his album ended up getting sampled by other artists in hip hop that actually made his sample more famous than he did, which is the sample that you've heard over the years that says, "Where are the white women at?" The first thing you hear when you put his CD on.
Well, and speaking of the Beastie Boys, the thing is, Beastie Boys started off punk, so I can understand why you bring up the Beastie Boys thing. This is what's funny, right? When they were a punk band, you know who their drummer was? The drummer chick from Luscious Jackson.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
There's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah, the drummer to Luscious Jackson was the original drummer.
They were a shitty punk band, but it was fun. It was a better punk band, and they didn't become hip-hop, but they became a really good punk and roll band, was Degeneration. And also another NYC band like Beastie Boys. They were originally Heart Attack.
What was
Heart
it?
Attack was actually a pretty decent punk band. 4 Degeneration albums. The first 2 are excellent. Every song's killer. 3rd and 4th albums are, you know, they're okay. Degeneration, their song
Was it Airheads?
was the song used. This is taking us back to earlier in the conversation. It was the song used in Airheads.
I know, that's what I mean. I thought that was an original song.
Right, yeah, in the end, when they're performing in the jail.
And also the song that they were trying to put on the radio. That was also on the Airhead soundtrack. And me being a jackass that I am, I honestly thought that was an original song they did for the movie.
Yeah, no, it was it was actually Degeneration's theme song.
Yeah, Degenerate. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Which actually helped put them on the map in a way, you know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm saying. A poser moment is I honestly thought that was an original song they did for the movie. Like, wow,
Well-
Hollywood finally got a song right. I'm like, oh wait, it's a cover.
Well,
and
you
I didn't,
know-
and I didn't know that, and I didn't know that till recently, by the way.
You know, it happens to the best of us.
And how can all you people, because we're living in a...
Check out our Patreon. The link in the description is your channel. And we don't get paid for this shit.